Well, today's video is going to be a little bit different, guys. As you know, I've got a lot going on right now. I haven't really talked about what's going on, but in my family, in my personal life, it's just a bit crazy. So I haven't really been able to do much career mode stuff. And today, just to still give you something, some form of video, some entertainment, I thought I'd do a Q&A, and I'm going to get through a few questions. By the way, follow me on X. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, I asked for some questions. So let's go through some of these now. And I'm sure a lot of these will be football related, but some personal stuff as well. This is the first question of today's video. Oliver to Glory says, how's your 2026 going so far, Matt? That reminds me, I put this out on my YouTube page, and also I've put it out on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. So if you want to go back and read this on the 31st, it's a pinned tweet. It hasn't been a great time, to be honest, Oliver. I appreciate the question. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I am going through a separation. Also, some other things going on within my family, which I'm not going to go into today, but I think it's fair to say that I've been going through it. It's been a really, really tough, 2 years, really. But I'm doing okay. There are good days. There are very bad days. Trying to keep up with the whole YouTube grind. This is a full-time thing that I do. It's tricky. It's very tricky to turn on my camera and be like, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to a new video, when actually I'm struggling. It's tough. So I would say my 2026 hasn't started great, but I'm optimistic for the future. And I'm sure in the coming weeks, coming months, and as the year kind of pans out, hopefully things will improve. A few things that I'm really looking forward to. I'm hoping I can go back to Vancouver in the summer. Hopefully EA will be kind enough to invite me out again. I'm looking forward to watching Arsenal lift some trophies, hopefully. And I'm really looking forward to spring, summer. It's been a miserable couple of weeks in the UK. The weather here has been record-breakingly wet. It's not been nice. It's been miserable. Also, I'm going through a bit of weight loss at the moment. I've been eating a lot more healthily. I'm hoping I can continue with that. There's things going on, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the camera that I'm not comfortable sharing right now. We'll get there. But as you get older, I'm 33 now, you realize quite quickly that family don't stick around forever. When you're young, you know that death is ultimately going to happen in your life. You're going to lose loved ones, but it doesn't really hit you until you get a few that are close or a few that have happened. And it really sucks. It really does. So if there's anything you take away from this video and this question in general, I'm sorry to go a bit deep, but just go and give your loved ones a hug and tell them you love them, because it really can disappear very quickly. Let's give it a rating out of 10, shall we? My 2026 has been a 3 out of 10. Not ideal. But hey, at least Arsenal are doing well. CFC Lukey says, what made you want to start doing YouTube as a whole? I've answered this many times, but this is my first Q&A in years. So to anyone who's new around here, the reason I started YouTube was because I was playing a lot of games, and there was this huge influx of gaming content when YouTube first kind of blew up in the gaming scene. For those of you who might be old like me, you might remember some of these names, but Hutch, C-Nanners, Machinima, these guys, Only Use My Blade, X-Jaws, and Call of Duty was just Modern Warfare 2, bang, on YouTube. And that's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to be like them. And then I quickly realized I wasn't a Call of Duty guy. I was playing it at the time, but my main game was always FIFA, or now FC. And the game mode I played the most was career mode. And whilst there were a couple of creators doing Ultimate Team at the time, no one, and I mean no one on YouTube, was doing career mode. And I'm not saying I was the first to do career mode, but I was definitely one of the first creators to make YouTube series of career modes, taking a team and building them. Definitely one of the OGs in the FIFA scene. And that is kind of where it all began. I didn't start it for money. There was no money. I actually spent a lot of money to get a good computer. Even just recording gameplay required some pretty good tech at the time, and now you can do it obviously very cheap. Actually, you can basically make gaming videos for free these days. So that's the basics of the story. I just emulated Hutch. He was my go-to. I've still got Call of Duty videos on the channel, Battlefield videos. I was a much more FPS oriented kind of guy back then, but FC or FIFA was my go-to game, and football. And ultimately over the years, I've then branched out into doing Arsenal content. So hopefully that answers your question. We've got one from Dylan. Who is your favourite Arsenal player of all time? Thierry Henry. Why? Because he's Thierry Henry. Which Arsenal player do you rate the highest this season? Why? Which player needs most improvement? Why? Okay, this season I rate... Oh, that's really difficult. I think I want to go with Timber based off the whole season so far. I think he's been our most consistent player. But there are other shouts as well, like Declan Rice, obviously. Which player needs the most improvement? Right now, it's Ødegaard and maybe Lewis Skelly. They both need to improve. We know how much better they can be. I think Declan Rice and Timber are my go-tos for best players this season. But I want to say Timber because it's almost a little bit of a surprise. I always knew he was a good player, but wow, this season he's been unbelievable. Where can our squad improve in the transfer window, and how would you improve it? Any player on the hot seat. Left wing is still a massive position for us to upgrade. I think I don't have, a go-to player in my mind right now, but someone that can just take the game by the scruff of the neck and just win it for us. Someone like, maybe like a Rafa Leao, someone that's just a chaos merchant, but really, really good sometimes and just wins a game on his own. But for sure, left wing, we definitely will need another defensive midfielder at some point. Potentially another centre-back. I don't know. It depends who goes. We still aren't a selling club. In terms of selling players for a lot of money, we've always sold our best players to keep chugging along. But we're at this stage where the last few years, we've just been building this team and we're keeping these players. We're retaining our best players, and that just hasn't been a thing for us. Who is going to be our first big sale of this era? I have a feeling it might end up being someone like a Saliba if we don't win something. So I guess we'll see what happens. At the moment, though, I still look at the left wing position. I still think whilst Trossard's been good this season and Martinelli's been doing very well outside of the Prem, at least, it's still a position we can definitely improve in. Kay has said, what made you support Arsenal and what's the highest high and the lowest low? The highest high was obviously the invincible season when we won the league. 26 wins, 12 draws, no losses. I went to school very happy around those days, even for months after. My best mate was a Chelsea fan, so that made it even more sweet. I would say the FA Cup win against Hull City was also a big high. We really, really needed that day. What else? Oh, the day we signed Ozil as well. What a high that was. The lowest low for me has to be Baku when we lost to Chelsea in the Europa League final. Also, I was a lot younger, but the Champions League final loss to Barcelona, where we got the red card. Also, there was a period when Arteta did come in. We went to the Etihad and we got absolutely dismantled. And at the start of that season, we were something like, 4 or 5 games in and we hadn't won a game yet. And I was genuinely thinking, my God, it was very hard to believe that what has happened was going to happen at that point. It was very much, Arteta's got 1 more game, 2 more games to prove himself. To think if we had sacked him, where would we be? Another Arsenal. Oh, wait, did I finish all the questions? Oh, what made me support Arsenal? It was actually my friends. I had a couple of friends in school who supported Arsenal. I ended up watching a few games with them and I fell in love with them. And this was in about 99, 2000, 2001, that kind of period. AFC Latest says, how many trophies are we winning this year? 4, baby. We're getting the domestic treble and the Champions League. All right. No, realistically, I think we're going to win 2. I think we'll win the Premier League or the Champions League, not both. And I think we're going to win the FA Cup. The Carabao Cup final, I want to say we'll win it, but I just have a feeling City are going to beat us on that day. But fingers crossed, that's not the case. But if we do lose that, hopefully we use that to fight to win something else. Or if we do win that, hopefully we use it to keep the flow. Ayan said, what is your favorite career mode of all time? I've said this many, many, many times. It's the FIFA 13 Arsenal career mode. Oh, Fellaini, Witsel, some unbelievable career modes, but that one always seems to be the one that I remember the most. There's a couple of others. The Roma one I did, my first Roma career mode. The Shrewsbury one, which really helped my channel grow. Schalke, when I signed Cavani, I loved that career mode. And any of the MGH United career modes, not the most recent one, which obviously I unfortunately lost when the save got destroyed. But there's a couple for you. I love all my career modes, but obviously some are better than others. And then this is probably going to be the last one. I do need to get a move on with my day, but I just thought I'd do a couple of questions really. Carsten Shaw said, do you still genuinely enjoy filming videos after 15 years? And how do you stay so consistent? Well, this is bad timing. I haven't been consistent in the last week or two. Carsten, I'll be honest with you. So I started in 2010, 30th of January. So it's actually 16 years now. I had my YouTube anniversary a couple of weeks ago. 16 years. Do I still genuinely enjoy filming videos? Yes, I do. The majority of the time, I'm quite happy to load up FC and play some career mode. But what I don't like is the chasing numbers, chasing trends, feeling like I need to be top form, replying to comments, being, super happy in front of camera and dealing with that. I don't like the pressure of it. I work for myself. If I don't make videos, I don't earn money. It's quite scary. I live on a 100% commission. So there's 4 things right there that stress me out beyond belief. But I do genuinely still enjoy it. Do you think I'd be doing this still if I didn't? Now, I won't lie to you. Over the years, certainly not right now, but over the years, financially, it's been a good decision to do it full time. I've made some decent money. I've bought myself a house. I've got a mortgage, but I'm chugging away and I'm doing okay for myself. But the last few months with what's going on in my life, my personal life, I definitely haven't been as healthy mentally, and I haven't been as good in terms of consistently uploading good content, and the earnings have dropped off. But as of right now, I'm okay. I'm still grinding. I'm still doing my absolute best to get you guys free, fun content. But I'm getting old for this. I'm a 33-year-old playing career mode. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And what the problem is back in, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago, when I was at my absolute prime, my videos were getting hundreds of thousands of views. If I lost viewers, I'd be gaining new ones. There's lots of new people coming into the career mode scene, but that just isn't a thing anymore. At least not for me with the type of content I do. If I did challenges and make these like viral, colorful videos and silly edits and whatever, then maybe. But the way I do things, I'm not really retaining my viewers as much as I used to. The people that leave and don't watch anymore, I'm not replacing them because there isn't this new batch of career mode fans. And I think it's happening to everyone in the industry to some extent. There's a lot of career mode, a lot of Ultimate Team, a lot of pro clubs, creators that just aren't finding new viewers because I don't think the game is really doing that well these days. And I think EA are quite aware. Obviously, every franchise does have to come to an end, and I'm not saying that's what's happening, but in terms of a YouTube viewership, YouTube boom, YouTube hype, I don't think I've seen FIFA or FC this low in the 16 years. Well, I guess it's the last 10 years of doing this content properly, but I don't know. That's going to be the end of this Q&A. Thank you so much to everyone that submitted questions. I had a lot, couldn't get through them all, of course. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.